Tonight's matchup or Big Ten feature attraction is Wisconsin Badgers visiting the Nebraska Cornhuskers, the 13th ranked Badgers. In fact, make a nice look, nice match with the likes of Purdue from the Big Ten, the major media top 25 polls. The Badgers travel to the capital of Nebraska, home of the Cornhuskers, in Lincoln, for a Thursday night matchup, ESPN matchup that carries significance when the two programs are fighting for the right to be a part of the Mad March Big Dance bracket. This particular event in Nebraska is much more important for Nebraska and their seeding, if in fact they are to be one of the at-large, and I think they will be. Well coached, the mayor, the old mayor from Iowa State, Fred Hoiberg. So the Cornhuskers, they're having a solid season under the former Iowa State Cyclones head coach. The mayor, for all of those who faithfully followed the one-time Cyclones, All-American Guard, is still, I think, in my opinion, 1 or 2 years away from being in a position where he just reloads as opposed to rebuilding. The Hoiberg's men are 5-5 in Big Ten play, 15-5 overall. Badgers 16-4 overall, 8-1, an 8-1 mark in Big Ten play. The Whiskies continues to climb. They continue to climb not only the rankings of the power polls of the major media sites and hard copy print, but in my charts and those I share information with, they've won 9 of their last 10 games. While they've won those, they haven't been efficient against the number, 6-4 against the number across those 10 games. But they've been pushed into that under the spotlight now. Slow grinding climb that's found them now, almost breaking. They win this game, I think they're going to break into the top 10. Again, much of that depends on what happens with other teams that are there that may lose. But the Badgers won third straight last Friday night, 81-66 win over Michigan State at home. They swept Michigan State, the team that was the preseason favorite to win this conference, or at least challenge Purdue in this conference, and be potentially a Final Four team. Come Mad March. The understanding that I have from the pundits I've spoke to at the Big Ten, they like this Wisconsin. They really don't like anyone overwhelmingly in the Big Ten as far as being a contender when it comes down to Final Four, possibly winning a championship. But they trust Greg Gard, head coach of Wisconsin, and they understand that his disciplines, one of them being, for instance, a quote, they understand that this is Greg Gard, they understand that you can't let success change you in terms of how you approach every day and how you work, according to Coach Gard to the media. Their goals are big, and our jobs are challenging them, the players, and pointing out the things they need to get better at and hold them accountable to. A typical Gard quote, very conservative guy, and this Wisconsin team is fairly conservative. They're a better team in the paint. They're stronger in the paint, better at the rim. They are creative in finding second chance opportunities under the basket, and in fact they created themselves almost between 4 and 5 extra shots or extra possessions under and around the rim, while Nebraska has a negative number in that variable, in that container. So again, Fred Hoiberg should be very proud of what he's done with this team over the last 3 years, what he's done with the Nebraska program. And again, they're still a year or two away from being who they were when he was with Iowa State, maybe even longer than that, to be honest with you. Tough task now, a much different animal with the transfer portal as it was recruiting at one point in time. So that said, the play tonight in Lincoln, Nebraska State Capitol, are the Wisconsin Badgers. -1 is what I'm seeing right now. Total of 144. I don't have an opinion on the total. If I had a lean, it would be under the total. But Wisconsin -1, pick them good up to -3 points. Let's call that being the Mendoza basketball line for the Badgers. But Wisconsin minus the number in Thursday night Big Ten action. I'm Tony Finn. Thanks for dropping by. I hope to see you tomorrow.